All right. Well, hello everybody. Thank you so much for coming out today. I'm really excited about this presentation. We're going to be touching on some of the things that I've learned in my journey of doing local marketing. So I'll introduce myself, I'll share some of the goals that I have for this presentation, and we'll get rocking and rolling. So the main point that I want to get across today is how I see, where I see the future of marketing for local businesses heading. And to sum it up in one big sentence, that is a more intentional way of building trust, getting leads, and growing your business and brand for the long term. So if you don't know me, my name is Brandon Clay. I'm the proud son of this handsome man, Jonathan Clay over here. And I'm the proud and passionate owner of Harmony Marketing. So we are a local marketing company, and we specialize in working with small businesses to help them generate leads and build their brand by using the power of social media and video marketing systems. And I'll explain what that actually means here shortly. So my goals for today are threefold. I want to share the ins and outs of the marketing system that we use for all of our clients to consistently get them fantastic results so that you guys can take some of that knowledge and start implementing it into your own business. I want to share my thoughts on the future of digital marketing for small businesses. And I want to give you all some actionable insights that you can begin implementing into your business today, even if you're an absolute complete beginner. A fun thing, there will be 3 challenges, so pay attention, scattered throughout this presentation. And if any one of you actually completes all the challenges in 7 days, you'll receive something worth $2,500. So keep an eye out for what those challenges are. They're only going to help your business grow. So a little introduction to my team, real quick. You can see these lovely people right here. We have Lexi and Daniel. Daniel is our client success and production manager, so he helps make sure that all of our clients are getting fantastic results. And then we have Lexi, my beautiful fiance and director of operations, and she really is the meat, she's the skeleton of the meat and bones of the business. She helps bring our organization to a whole other level, and she's so good at what she does. Here's what my day-to-day looks like most days. I'm either behind the camera or behind the computer. And so I want to walk you guys through how we can use the power of video and other marketing tools to really skyrocket your business. So I want to begin with a sad truth, is that most local business owners, and I'm sure some of you can relate to this, are leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single month because their marketing just isn't working. And there are a few main reasons that I see for that. One, they've been burned by other marketers, and they've lost trust in the whole space of digital marketing. How many of you guys have worked with an actual marketing agency before and not gotten great results? Yes. I hear that story time and time again, and it's so sad because it's so easy to get into this business, but it's so hard to really do well in this business. I mean, it takes time, it takes skill, but when it's done properly, it can be absolutely life-changing, like my dad said. They might be generating leads, but not actually converting them. So I want to walk you through a few sales tips that I've learned along the way that have really helped boost close rates for myself and for our clients. FOMO is a big one, and you know, we're all used to seeing people go viral on social media effortlessly and feeling, jealous, feeling why aren't our videos getting views, or maybe we're not even posting videos at all, and maybe we see so many people doing it, but it just feels out of reach for us, and so we never even begin because we don't know where to start. Some of us are just trying to do it all on our own. And when you're running a business, when you have a family, relationships, all these things that you're trying to balance at once, adding one thing on to your plate to, try to do your own marketing can be really difficult. But ultimately, what it all comes down to is they don't have a marketing system in place. So the problem with the way that most small businesses and most marketing agencies approach their marketing is disconnected, some might say unharmonized, marketing tactics. So, maybe doing SEO over here, Google ads over here, Facebook ads over here, posting, a random social media post every couple of weeks, and you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you feel like you're doing all this work and wondering why your marketing isn't working, but it's all fragmented and disconnected and not working together. A lot of us tend to post, when we do post social media content, surface level and generic content, and the reality is that people want to go deep. People want to know you People want to feel an authentic connection with you, and I'll dive a bit deeper on that here in a little bit. And again, most marketing companies and most small business owners don't actually build a system that builds trust while generating leads. So where I think marketing is headed over the next 5, 10, 15 years and beyond is in building systems that allow you to authentically connect with people. The reality is that consumers are more skeptical than they've ever been. It's extremely difficult to build trust with people through the internet. And so we have to really be intentional about the way that we market ourselves and our businesses in order to build that trust. So I keep saying it, and I will pound it into your heads until I can't anymore. Systems are the way to go. Systems that really form those authentic connections. So our philosophy at Harmony Marketing is combining the strategic, systemized approach with the more abstract, emotional, artistic elements and potential of great video content. So it's a personal approach, it's a systematic approach that builds trust, generates leads, and grows your brand. So we're not about pumping out as much content as humanly possible. We're not about trying to make you go viral, because we are focused on helping small businesses connect with real people in their local area. So we're building lead generation machines that do that. So the core system that we build for our clients and that really feels like has allowed us to crack the code on local lead generation is what's called the Three Sisters. You might be wondering, why is there a picture of some plants on the screen? And so who's familiar with permaculture in here? I know there's some permaculture people. To those who don't know, permaculture is a design philosophy in agriculture where you're essentially strategically planting different plants next to one another, creating a natural ecosystem where the components come together to form an ecosystem that is, mutually beneficial to all the components. So one of the classic examples of permaculture used by the Native Americans is the Three Sisters, where they plant beans, corn, and squash all next to one another. And so the corn will provide a trellis naturally for the beans to grow up. The beans act as a nitrogen fixer, which brings nitrogen from the air into the soil, which is very beneficial for the corn and the squash. And then the squash will vine out along the ground, acting as a natural mulch, a natural pest repellent, keeping pests away. And ultimately, it's one of those situations where 1 + 1 + 1 = 4, and the sum of the parts are greater than each of the individual components. So it's you're creating a synergistic ecosystem. That's the same thing that we're doing with our digital marketing system, the Three Sisters. So we're building social media sales funnels, and I want you guys to think about everything that you do in marketing as, okay, what place does this thing occupy within the context of the sales funnel? So in our case, we're really dialed in on paid ads, landing pages, and a CRM, and I'll show you what each of those things look like. But essentially, this is a system that brings people from not having any idea who you are, just a random stranger in your area on the internet, to becoming a paying customer that will continue to do business with you. So we have to think about it in a funnel. Nope. All right, so I'm about to go to this next slide that shows you the video that we created for the Kalos project. That is the First Sister, a video advertisement that goes on Facebook and Instagram. And the goal of this was really just, my dad, for those of you who don't know what the Kalos project is, he basically does edible landscaping. So he helps people grow food in their backyards. So the goal was to really connect with people who have shared values that are in the local area and get them to take action, take the next step. So we're just going to watch this video real quick.
If you're a Houston homeowner and have thought about growing your own food, but don't think you have enough time, space, or know-how, then I want to help you. My name is Jonathan Clay, and I'm the founder of the Kalos Project. We're on a mission to decentralize and strengthen Houston's local food system, one kitchen at a time. As part of that mission, we design and build low-maintenance, high-yielding edible landscapes for homeowners throughout Houston. Our food system is broken, and growing your own food is one of the best ways to begin taking back control of your family's health in the future. If you're ready to explore this for your family, then tap Learn More and fill out the questionnaire to request a discovery call. Talk to you soon.
What'd y'all think about that video? You like it? He did great, right? Yeah, he was awesome. And so you'll notice, this was not just we didn't just show up and turn on the camera and hope something good happened. This was a really strategic approach where we incorporated a few key elements. You'll notice, I want you to watch again, but I want you to watch it with a more critical eye. Notice the hook. The hook immediately called out the audience who we were speaking to. So we said, if you're a Houston homeowner who wants to grow your own food, but you don't think you have the time, space, or know-how, we're calling out who they are, where they are, which is a crucial part because when you're showing up on the internet on somebody's feed randomly, they need to know that you're a real person in their local area. So who they are, where they are, and the problems that they're dealing with. And then we went into a body in that middle 20 to 30 seconds that really built trust, hit on a few key value points and problems that he solved, and then a call to action at the very end where he clearly defined what is that next action that you need to take. And in this case, it is tap the link, go to the landing page, and fill out the form. So knowing that now, just watch it again and observe those elements.
If you're a Houston homeowner and have thought about growing your own food,
Audience call out.
Have time, space, or know-how, then I want to help you. My name is Jonathan Clay, and I'm the founder of the Kalish Project. We're on a mission
Context.
to centralize and strengthen Houston's local food system, one kitchen at a time. As part of that mission, we design and build low-maintenance, high-yielding edible landscapes for homeowners throughout Houston. Our food system is broken, and growing your own food is one of the best ways to begin taking back control of your family's health and future. If you're ready to explore this for your family, then tap Learn More and fill out the questionnaire to request a discovery call. Talk to you soon.
So you'll notice, and something I'll touch on time and time again, is how simple and easy to understand it is and how clear and concise the language is. Something I'll touch on a little bit later is, there's one thing that people on the internet hate using. Any guesses what that is? Their brain. Their brain. Nobody likes using their brain. And so you have to make it so freaking obvious what it is that you do and easy to understand that anybody who sees it, even if they're a second grader, can understand that and explain it. I'm going to show one more video. Another big, we do two main types of advertisements, and that's what I would recommend to any of y'all is talking head. So where you're talking directly to the camera, like you just saw, showing your face on screen, that builds so much trust. And then testimonial-based advertising. So we do a lot of testimonials, and that is the most powerful form, I think, of advertising you can do because you're showcasing real people who have actually experienced what you have done for them and how that impacted their life, and then showing that to other people who are like them that they can relate to. So I'm going to show you an example of a testimonial-based ad so you can get an idea of what that looks like.
My name is Tina Stahl, and I am a resident of Wood Forest, Troy Lane. He worked with me and my husband. I was amazed at not just the quality of the work, but it just looks so beautiful. I have this gorgeous looking high-end luxury pool. I had no idea it was going to come out so beautiful. I talked to other builders first, but they seemed to be more focused on what they wanted to sell than what I wanted in a quality product. Whereas Troy wanted to narrow down exactly what I wanted. He just took the time to explain everything to us. If you're a homeowner thinking about building a pool, I would definitely put Knockout Pools, in particular Troy Lane, on the top of your list. I was in awe. I really was.
So that really, I don't know about you guys. If I were an older person living in the Wood Forest area and looking for a pool, I'd probably want to call that guy first, right? It's showing up. It's somebody who our target market can actually relate to, and then speaking to the things that they care about and sharing a real world experience. At the end of the day, that's what it's about, is sharing real world experiences. So back to the Kalos Project funnel, you see the second piece here is the landing page. So that's what we're going to cover right now. Basically, whenever somebody, is on Facebook or Instagram, we'll come back to this in a second. Whenever somebody's on Facebook or Instagram and they're scrolling, the video is going to pop up and it's going to look something like this. It'll be a normal looking post, and then you have a Learn More button at the bottom. So I want you all to pull out your phones real quick and scan this QR code, and it'll take you to the landing page that's playing in this video right here. And you can just scroll through and see what it actually looks like. And as you're going through it, you can see, again, it's simple. It's very visually heavy. We're aiming to build trust, really showcase Jonathan, selling him rather than selling the business. And that's something I would say if you take one thing away from today, it is that the goal of marketing a local business should be to sell yourself, sell the person behind the business, because at the end of the day, people fall in love with people. People don't fall in love with businesses. So everything you do should be about conveying why you as a professional are the best person to help people with the problems that you solve. Okay, I want one volunteer who's actually going to fill out the form on the landing page so I can show you the next piece. Who wants to be my guinea pig? Okay, awesome. So you're on the landing page right now. Will you go ahead and fill out those questions and then let me know?
Do I tell the truth?
Yes.
You can tell, please tell the truth.
100%.
So y'all can see on that form there was about 5 different questions that were being asked, and that is very much by design. So here, let me see if I can. This is a crucial part. If you ever build your own website or landing page, let me go back to present. Okay, so this form, there's 5 questions long, and you can see we're asking, are you a homeowner in the Houston area? Again, reinforcing that we're local. So that's that. All these questions are by design.
Hello,
Oh.
I'm Ma.
Anyways, what these questions are meant to do is to 2 main purposes. One is to weed out anybody who's not actually interested in the services that you offer. We make these forms on these landing pages inconvenient enough to where the bad leads, the tire kickers, are not going to get through into our system, and it's going to be a seamless, easy experience for those who are actually interested. So, something that is intuitive, you might say, for marketing is making it as easy as possible for anybody to become a lead. And that is not the case. You want to make it, you want to add enough friction to where only people who are really interested will actually end up getting into your system. You just got a new lead?
Got a new lead. Kelly
Okay.
Teal.
Kelly Teal.
Come on down.
So,
You're the next contestant.
yeah, so this is the third sister. So we have the video ad at the top of the funnel, and then we have the landing page. And then when somebody fills out that form, they end up in our system. So this system is called Go High Level. It is a really robust CRM. Does everybody know what a CRM is? Okay. Basically a system that allows us to track our leads, automate the follow-up process, gives a business owner tools to close the deal, and streamlines. And Anita. Oh, there we go. So y'all can see just now in the new lead section here, we have Kelly Teal and Anita that just popped in. Now, did you guys receive a text message confirming that we received your request? No text yet?
No, I received it.
Okay, can you read what that text says?
Hey Anita, this is Jonathan with the Catalyst Project. I just got your request for a consultation for our edible landscape services. When would be a good time to give you a quick call to introduce myself and ask a few questions about your project? Reply stop to unsubscribe. Thanks, the Catalyst Project.
Awesome, thank you. Basically what you can see just happened is we automated the follow-up instantly. Speed to lead is everything. I saw a statistic yesterday that said 88% of leads will not end up converting to close business if you don't follow up with them within 5 minutes. And as business owners, we are so busy all the time, and people on the internet are so busy. And it's so easy to fill out a form, forget that you ever did that, and then if somebody texts you a day later, 2 days later, you're like, don't even remember doing this, I'm not going to respond to that. So that act of automating the follow-up and then putting the ball back into their court saves so much time, because you can see that text that Anita just got said, when would be a good time to give you a call? So it immediately follows up with them and then puts the ball back in their court. So now we can click in, we can see, go into Anita's contact profile. This is the best part of what we do. There we go. Okay. So now you can see, this system basically allows you to, we could send a text right back to her right there. She responds. We can see all her texts right there. We can see the actions that she took so far, from the page visited to the survey submitted. We can do lots of different things, adding tasks, adding notes, booking appointments in here. And then we can see all the answers to the questions that she filled out on the form, so that when we actually reach out to give her a call, we already have some context, and that conversation can happen much more efficiently. And then, my dad has access to all this information easily on his phone too, and most of our clients will just use the system on their phone. But anyways, I wanted to just paint the picture of what we actually do to let you know it's using video to really emotionally connect with somebody, giving them that next action to go to the landing page, read some information, build that trust, and fill out that form if they're interested. And now my dad's got all the information that he needs to give that person a call, have a really constructive conversation, and then automate the follow-up process. I want to show you one more cool feature about this, which is, if somebody pops in to our new lead section, so we'll use Anita, and say, my dad tries to give her a call and she doesn't answer right away, which that happens sometimes. Most of the time you're not going to get a hold of them on the first call, but the fortune is always in the follow-up. So we can click her name and drag her over to the did not make contact section. And then let me know if you get a text right now. You should be getting another text. Okay.
Our building is slow.
Oh, is it? You just get it?
Yep.
So what does that one say?
Hey Anita, this is Jonathan from the Catalyst Project. Edible landscaping guide from social media. Just tried giving you a call, but it went to voicemail. Are you still interested in exploring an edible landscape for your property?
So again, it puts the ball back into their court, lets them know that you're there, you're still thinking about them, but saves so much time from you having to manually type out that text, remember where you were at in the conversation with her, and then basically if she doesn't respond to that, a day later it's going to send a similar text, a day later it's going to send a similar text, and basically we're able to automate as many follow-ups as we need. I've gotten such great results for multiple different businesses having this kind of automated follow-up approach where it saves business, it saves time, and these leads know that you're still thinking about them, and they end up, what might have been lost business ends up coming back into the funnel. So let me come back over here.
I can go on and on and on about the CRM.
So you said this
Serious.
automatically does all this, correct? I'm
Correct.
sorry, Jonathan.
Was that?
I'm sorry, I interrupted you guys.
No, go ahead.
No, he just answered it.
Yeah, I can literally come up with my own campaign that to target all my did not make contacts and send them all out like a new promo that says, hey, just so happens I had 2 cancellations on Friday. First 2 people to hit me up, we'll go ahead and get those slots. I can hit them all on something at the same time.
So there are so many CRM, and I have been researching on that long time. Are you going to share which platform you are using?
Yeah, I use the same platform that I just showed for my business. It's called Go High Level. Go High Level. Has anybody heard of Go High Level? Yeah, nice. It's a fantastic system. It was really built by the developers for the small business owner. A lot of CRMs out there have so many capabilities that can be really overwhelming and confusing, like how to even use them. It feels like they're built for enterprise level companies, but that system is really built for the small business owner that is looking to connect with people in their local area. So yeah, highly recommend looking into Go High Level, and you can get it through us for a discounted rate too, if you're interested in that.
Can I add my favorite part to that?
Yes.
Every single marketing agency that I've ever seen that I've ever gotten a pitch from owns my data forever. They own my data. They keep it forever. At Go High Level, if something were ever to happen with your relationship with Harmony, you get to keep your funnel. You get to keep your CRM. You get to go ahead and move that over for life. That, to me, is invaluable. And it is curtailed for small business, but I'll tell you, working at Comcast Business, working with enterprise level CRMs like sales, like Salesforce, stuff like that, this is capable of meeting all those needs for vendor management, for customers, and for your business needs. So.
Thank you for adding that, for sure. And just to visualize what he's talking about, this is what his database looks like. So he's got the name, phone number, email, address, and then all the questions about each of those contacts. So, there's so much potential for ongoing marketing, for repeat business. And like you said, it gives you that independence of owning your own data, which is awesome.
Tracks different campaigns. Like, as you guys know, we're doing a volunteer-based campaign for the Kalos Project Foundation. And so I have different campaigns, different leads. It doesn't matter. It all keeps it separate.
So can this integrate into your existing website?
The way that we connect the system to the websites is really just through that form. So y'all saw the form of the questions on the landing page. That is the point of connection between this system and the website. So like I had a client just a few months ago, they're a home remodeling company, and they had a website that was getting traffic, but their only call to action on the website was to hit this button to give them a call right then and there. And so people might call, and then they might miss calls. They might get some calls, but they're not actually collecting information from those people that they can use on an ongoing basis. And so, we can go into an existing website and implement, connect this system so that you can gather all that information and really start building out your database. A lot of value there for sure.
So Brendan, is this a right time to ask a question, or shall we wait to finish?
You can ask a question now. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm just curious about that. You mentioned that is a sponsored ads.
Mm-hmm.
So then how much of the investment we are looking at here?
For the ads.
Facebook ads,
Mhm.
Instagram ads, I know that those are like, even if you post a testimonial, I believe that's the best marketing, but if it is not paid, it doesn't go anywhere.
Exactly. I'll touch more on that actually in a little bit, so I'll make sure to answer that question.
Okay, perfect.
But great question. Last thing I want to show you on here. So with my dad's campaign, we launched his campaign 21 days ago from ground zero. And in that amount of time, we have been able to generate through the exact system that you saw. So people seeing the video on social media, going to the landing page and filling out that form, we've generated 173 leads for him. And that's 173, these are not low quality leads. These are not people who pick up the phone, they're like, who are you and how did you get my name? So many marketing agencies, those are the kind of leads they provide. But these are people that actually, saw the video and went through the inconvenience of filling out that form. So 173 interested people. Of those, right now we have 15 new leads. We have 86 that have not been contacted yet, which that sounds like a lot, but is actually not concerning at all. Because you imagine, odds are if you call somebody that gave you information from the internet, they're not going to pick up the phone the first time. But that's when those automated text follow-ups come in so handy. So just 86 who haven't responded yet, 42 who he has made contact with and needs to follow up with, 16 discovery calls currently booked, and 11 in-person consultations currently booked. So think about what that could do for your business. Back to this presentation.
And all those in-person consultations are booked with a $300 price tag.
So just from your experience so far, how has the quality of the leads been?
It fills my bucket every single day. It fills my bucket emotionally. It fills my bucket confidence-wise. These people are aligned with me. These people have gone through and feel called. It is more of a challenge for me to get off of the phone with these people and to stay doing my business and getting my hands in the dirt than I ever thought it would be. These are people who have been looking for what it is that I'm offering because they identify with the pain that Brandon was able to pull out and help them identify. And they see me as a potential solution. And after I am able to do the Jonathan magic with them, they see it. And we book. And
Awesome.
we don't book unless they're ready to go ahead and take the next step and purchase a project plan.
Thank you for sharing. So again, in 21 days, we generated 167 leads, 27 discovery calls, and 11 in-person consultations at a $300 price point for the Kalos project. And this is not a fluke. We're getting repeat results with this system. These people are steam cleaners. In 4 months, they have currently 84 quotes out pending, 44 closed deals. This moving company, 11 leads and 3 quotes sent in the first 4 days. This pool builder we launched in January, and he has signed contracts on $600,000 in revenue, which there's about 150,000 in profit, which is about a 12x return on investment in 70 days. So again, this is not just running Facebook ads or throwing money at SEO or building a nice looking website. This is a proven marketing system that generates qualified leads, builds your brand, and streamlines the sales process and the customer experience. So earlier I mentioned there were going to be a few challenges scattered throughout this presentation. So the challenge number 1 is I want you to film a vertical 30 to 45 second video ad on your phone using this formula. So I'm going to give you the formula that we use for all of our talking head ads. So it starts with a hook. The hook is the first 8 seconds, and the hook is who you help and what problem you solve. So, who, can I get a volunteer? Okay. Okay, so tell me, who do you help? Who's your target market?
People that have brain fog, anxiety, and long COVID, or anything related to COVID still suffering.
Okay, and mostly people in the local area?
It can be virtual, but yeah,
Okay.
I prefer to kind of stay local if we can.
So in that case, I would start out with a hook, something along the lines of, if you were living in the North Houston area and you constantly deal with brain fog, maybe you had COVID and you just don't feel the same after having that, then I want to help you. Like that right there, you're calling out the problem that somebody can instantly relate to and feel understood, and that is a key profound insight that I've gained that I want you all to take away is people don't buy from you when they understand you. People buy from you when they feel understood. And that is a crucial thing to know and really internalize.
Wow.
Pretty good, right? People buy from you when they feel understood. And then on this challenge, for the body of that 20 to 30 seconds of the video, just calling out 2 to 3 of your key value points and highlighting what makes you different, and then having a call to action at the end. DM me, call me, book a consultation, whatever that is for your business. So how does organic content fit into this? Because we've been talking about paid ads, and you're probably thinking, okay, well, people are killing it with organic content. So I just wanted to touch on quickly, what are the different roles of organic content versus paid ads? So organic content is great for building long-term trust over time, building an audience that really feels like they know, like, and trust you. Organic content can have an extremely high return on investment, but it can take a much longer time to ever see that return on investment. So it really takes time and consistency and continually feeding that. So you see here, nurture the 97% over the long term. So what I mean by that is that in any given marketplace, only about 3% of the total population of that market is ready to buy right now. So that means 97% of the people out there who are your potential clients might be ready to buy in the future, but they're not ready now. And most businesses, most marketers make the mistake of only ever marketing to the 3% and then never being able to convert that 97. So consistently showing up on social media with organic content that builds trust, that builds their perception of your expertise, allows you to get into what I call that day one market, where whenever that person crosses the threshold of saying, okay, yeah, I am in the market for edible landscaping, or I do have brain fog, I think I want to do something about this, then you're going to be the first one that comes to their mind that they're going to get in touch with. And then again, long-term brand building. Where ads differ is the primary con of paid ads is that they stop delivering the second that you stop paying. So they're a fantastic way to get a fast return on investment, get business flowing right now, get flow through your system, get case studies, but you have to spend money to make money, and they're really best for short-term growth. So the best marketing systems combine both paid ads and organic content to make sure that you're getting business in the short term while building your brand for the long term. Okay, coming towards the end here, I don't want you to have to work with me to get value from the things that I've learned along the way. So here are 8 marketing and sales tips that you all can begin implementing today, even as a total beginner. Number 1, speak like a human. Don't speak like a marketer. And pro tip, never write above a 5th grade reading level. Again, back to nobody on the internet likes to use their brain. So you have to be really intentional about making it stupidly easy for people to understand what you do. And people, it's so easy to write content real quick with ChatGPT, but people can smell that out, and people want to be connected with people, not with robots. 2, a big misconception, you don't have to go viral to get clients from social media. Actually, as a local business owner, your focus should not be going viral because by nature, viral content is meant to appeal to everybody. And we all have unique offerings meant for a really specific kind of person that has a specific set of problems. And that kind of content, it's not gonna go viral, but it shouldn't. You can make exponentially more money off of a video that has 500 views from your target market than a video that has 1 million views from people who aren't within your target market. So that's a key point. Again, the fortune is in the follow-up. Whenever you're marketing to people online, you can't expect that they're gonna convert after the first text or the first call. You have to be super diligent about following up with people. But just because they don't respond, and this goes in sales too, even if outside of digital marketing, if people aren't responding to you, it's probably not because they don't like you or not because they don't actually want to do business with you, but people are busy. So as the business owner, it's your burden to follow up with these people. This one might hurt some feelings, but it's a hard truth that you need to internalize is nobody likes those Canva graphics that have a whole lot of text on them. We're all guilty of doing it. But instead of spending your time on those Canva graphics on Facebook and Instagram, make sure you're posting vertical videos. Literally, you don't need a nice camera. Whip out your phone, share with people what it is that you do, give them valuable tips and insights, and this leads into the next challenge here in a second. 5, make sure you're using a CRM like Go High Level to track and communicate with leads. I've met so many business owners who don't have a CRM and they keep track of everything in their notes app. Is anybody guilty of that? It's okay. It's okay. I feel like everybody's at that point before they get into a CRM, but man, it is life-changing to really get organized so that you can track where everybody's at in your sales pipeline so you're not losing anything through the cracks. 6, don't overthink content. Overthinking is the best way to procrastinate and never actually end up getting started. So use the questions that people are asking you on a daily basis to make that content. So here's challenge 2. Take a picture of it. Make a list of your top 5 most frequently asked questions and make short vertical videos answering all of them. Your top 5 FAQs, everyone gets asked questions on a daily basis. If somebody's asking a question, odds are somebody else has the same question. And so this is a great starting point to start making that content for your business. That's challenge 2. Number 7, confused minds don't buy. So again, always, whether it's in digital marketing or whether you're just in conversation, in a sales setting, make sure that people know without question what the next thing that they need to do in order to do business with you is. I see so many websites and I hear people in conversation saying, yeah, shoot me a call or let's book a meeting or go to my website. It's like, have one thing that is, have a clear step-by-step sales process that you're bringing people through. So make sure that you know what that is for you so that way you can clearly communicate that to others.
Hello,
All right, this next one, this is the 3rd challenge. Who all's got a past client that they think, they provided value to? Okay, I'm sure a lot of us do. Yeah, I know we've all got past clients. So the 3rd challenge is just to reach out to one of those clients and ask them to record a selfie video, like 30 seconds long, just sharing their experience with you. So I'll share this one that I got from one of my clients for an example.
I'm Marcos Quintana with Couchcare Co. I'd like to say thank you for Brandon and his team with Harmony Marketing. He has been with us for almost 2 months and he's doing excellent job. He's very creative, his contents connect with our customers. He knows how to attract qualified leads. Before we start with them, we had like 1 or 2 customers a week. Now we have 6, 8, 10 customers every week. He gave us tools that help us to close the services. So I really recommend him to you that is a small business owner and wants to get more customers, or you that want to scale your company. I really recommend his services. Thank you, Brandon.
So it's so easy to get videos like that, and simple videos like that can be so powerful because, now you probably all have a slightly higher perception of what our business does because somebody else was talking about it versus me telling you how great we are. So challenge 3, is get one past client to send you a short testimonial video. That it can be such a powerful tool. You know, if you have a client who's maybe thinking about doing business with you and you can send them a video like that, that can totally be the thing that, really tips them over to want to do business with you. So again, to review, the 3 challenges for today are: 1, using your phone to make a 30-second video ad using that formula that we went over. If anybody needs me to go back to that slide to take a picture, I will. Okay. There it is, that one. While he's taking a picture, so the point of these challenges is basically to work with us on our 3 Sisters package, which, so you know, is 2 videos per month, the design and development of the landing page, and then the setup of Go High Level with all these different automations. Normally, we charge $3,500 one-time setup fee and a $2,000 a month retainer plus ad spend. My goal here is not to sell you guys on the 3 Sisters, but it is to let you know how powerful this system is. You hear how life-changing it's been for my dad. And so I want anybody who's actually serious about elevating their marketing and taking their business to the next level to be able to get the help that they need. And I want to help those people. So what the offer is basically, if you complete these 3 challenges, making 1 video ad, making those 5 FAQ videos, and then getting 1 video from your client. If you can do that in the next 7 days, then I'm going to give you a $2,500 discount on the 3 Sisters setup. And this is not because we need anybody's business. It's because I want to help those people that are actually serious about going to the next level.
And to put a little just to put a little thing on that, the amount of work that the team does to ramp up something like this means that what he just said is probably going to end up costing him a lot of resources to get it done.
We're not going to make money on that.
So please take him up on it.
So clarify the startup if you do the things.
Yes, so the startup traditionally is a $3,500 one-time setup fee. If you actually complete those challenges in a week, then it will be $1,000 to get 2 really high-quality video ads. It'll be the development of that landing page, the setup of the CRM system with all the necessary automations, and then basically we build all that out for you, and then we launch the ad campaign. We recommend for paid ads, we start all of our clients at $35 per day in ad spend. You were asking about ad spend. So that's an amount that we found is substantial enough to get us the kind of data that we need to be able to optimize the campaign and make data-driven decisions on how we improve things going forward. And then on a monthly basis after that, it's $2,000 a month to continue working with us. But in that first month, more often than not, our clients are making their money back and then some. And so you have enough time to really see if it's working before determining if it's something you want to continue with. Even if you just do that initial setup and then don't work with us after, you have a marketing system in place that you can run yourself to continue generating those leads. So there's a lot of value in that.
Is the CRM that you are using, is that a one-time fee or is there a monthly?
That's included in the cost. I mean, if you wanted to do the setup and then just have access to the CRM, I mean, it'd be like $50 a month.
Okay.
So yeah, you'd be, if you were working or if you were paying high level directly, it'd be $100 a month. So we can give you that system. That's something else we can do if you guys just want access to that CRM system. It's like $50 a month that y'all would pay us instead of $100. It's just there if you want it. Anyways, just to finish up, the businesses that win in the next decade are not going to be the loudest, the most viral, or the most controversial. They'll be the clearest, the most consistent, and the most trustworthy. So success in the digital space, in the social media landscape, comes from telling the right story to the right people through a system that works while you sleep. So whether you work with us at Harmony Marketing or you decide to go out and build your own system, I highly recommend starting with trust. Always start with trust first. Lead with value, lead with your heart, and follow through with the structure and systems. The future of marketing is not about ads. It's not about content. The future of marketing is about human connection and the systems that scale it. I'll leave you with one final quote. Procrastination is the assassination of all destinations. So please go get started today. Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Yes, DeShazer.
So when you think of type of businesses that you typically work with, what's that look like from large to small businesses? And then my second part of the question is, I know a business developer, a business coach who's really good at what she does, but she struggles with marketing and doesn't know anything about sales funnels, how that all works as well. Is that a good client for you as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect client, is really somebody who's amazing at what they do and has no idea how to market themselves, so that they can spend their time doing what they do best, and we can help them, put the gas in their car, by feeding them with the leads that they need. And then in terms of the size of businesses that we work with and the types, I mean, we work with multiple different types of businesses. I would say the primary type of business that we work with is like high ticket home service companies. That's the highest frequency of businesses. But like with my dad's company, with the Kalos Project, his campaign is blowing every other campaign I've ever run out of the water. And I think that's something there's something profound in there to take for a group like this at Living Holistic, because what we're finding with the Kalos Project is there is a massive demand for what my dad offers in our local community, and there's nobody else there to fill that demand. And so it's one of those perfect situations where, everybody wants what he's got, but nobody's fulfilling it. And so when he appears, it's like, oh, finally, somebody who does this, like, can fill that need for me. One of my favorite concepts when it comes to marketing is basically your marketing should feel like a lifeline, not like a sales pitch. And so I think what made his campaign so effective is it felt like a lifeline to these people who, they're tired of the broken food system that we're living in, and they want that to start building that independence for their family, but they don't know what to do. And this guy shows up all handsome on camera and and then, pours his heart out and shows, and it's like, oh my God, yeah, let me connect with this guy. And so my point being, each of you here has a really unique thing that you do, a really niche thing that you do, that there's probably a lot of demand for out there that nobody else is filling. And so a system like this can be so profound, as you've heard with him, for connecting those people, forming that emotional connection, and then actually getting you connected with them. So.
I got something to add to that, if I may.
Yeah.
So, it took him an hour and a half with me to get that video. I might be one of his worst clients. Okay. And what he was able to do was take all my mumbo jumbo intelligent ways of saying all these word salad stuff of what I do to make it simple enough for a 5th grader and a 7th grader. And just so everybody in here knows, there are tons of people that do edible landscapes in Houston. There are tons of people that actually do what I do. Nobody talks to them the way that Brandon pulled it out of me. Nobody. And I get call after call after call, and it is like, I go up into their area, like there's literally 2 people that are advertising for the exact same services that I do in Bridgeland, in Cypress, in these areas. And they have no idea that they're there because none of them connected with that little small niche of what Brandon's able to pull out of you. And Brandon's able to pull that out of you with those steps that he said. So please do that challenge.
Do that challenge.
You'll learn a lot from yourself.
Yes?
I hate social media, and I don't have hardly any friends on Facebook or Instagram. I do have like a lot, almost 2,000 on LinkedIn.
Nice.
It's something that would be like, but I don't really feel like what I have to offer. I don't know if it's, like have you used LinkedIn with a client? I'm kind of curious and how.
I've tried LinkedIn. We definitely see a lot better results with Facebook and Instagram, and you definitely don't need followers or friends to get started. Most of our clients actually are pretty much starting from ground zero with their follower base. LinkedIn can definitely work. It's just, it requires a lot more manual outreach, like personalizing every message that you're sending to people. They're getting so much spam from people trying to market to them. And LinkedIn is a lot more expensive when it comes to advertising. So like, whereas on Meta, your cost per lead might be $10 to $20, your cost per lead on LinkedIn might be closer to like 100. So I would recommend for your business, especially Meta for sure. Yes.
How deep do you get in the sales process?
So that's definitely something we're beginning to implement because I've been realizing like, oh wow, okay, a big part of the results that we're able to generate for our clients is how good they are at selling what they do. And so like one of our clients recently, we've been generating him some great leads, but they haven't been closing, and we learned like, and he told us straight up like, I don't have a sales process. So we're actually gonna be sitting down with him tomorrow to really strategize like, okay, what is your sales process? And something to also add is whenever we're creating those videos, some of the time we do put an actual offer into the videos, and we strategically make that offer to, be something that gets people in the door that you're still able to make money on, but has seamless upsells. So a perfect example is with my dad. He's selling this low ticket offer, which is a $300 project plan, but then seamless upsell to the actual project. So yeah, we definitely strategize on how we can make an offer that has seamless upsells or downsells, and yeah, we're beginning to implement a little more sales consulting with our clients who need the extra help.
I love how you make it simple and plain. For someone who's new to it, like the person I'm talking about, I can try to explain it to them, but because it's not necessarily my profession, it's kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that you explain it is like really good for like the average person to get in and like truly understand. I think that's amazing how you presented it.
Thank you so much. Anybody else have any other questions? All right.
Can you do y'all upload these anywhere?
Yeah, these videos, you can see them on our Instagram or our website, which is just harmonymarketing.us.
Okay.
So, yeah, Instagram is harmony_marketing_co. But thank y'all so much for spending an hour on this Tuesday with me. I really appreciate you guys. Hope y'all got something of value out of that.